Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we had an interesting trademark update for a game that's been rumored for a while. We take a look at a retro racing game that's coming to all consoles, and we have what those surprise announcements for Game Pass were at the ID at Xbox. We have all these topics and a few more, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. That's the best way to let me know you enjoy the content on this channel. Now let's get started. So recently the Silent Hill trademark got renewed by Konami, and this isn't really uncommon. Obviously they're not going to let a trademark expire, but there was something in this renewal that was a little bit different. This coming from Games Radar, it says, interestingly, the update trademark also makes reference to a virtual reality headset, suggesting that if a new Silent Hill is in the works, it could see us getting up close and personal with the series' iconic foggy streets. Now they could just be putting this in to cover themselves in the future, but last year it was reported that Konami was looking to outsource the development of more Silent Hill games. So it'll be interesting to see what this all means. Could we be getting a new Silent Hill game, or maybe they're just going to remaster old ones in a VR mode? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next, the Retro Racer Slipstream is coming to consoles on April 7th. Now this started off originally as a Kickstarter campaign in 2016 and then was released on PC in 2018. Now you can see right here from their YouTube description, this is going to have a pseudo 3D engine using 2D pixel graphics. So this kind of reminds you of Outrun, but it also makes me think a little bit of the Cruisin' series on the Nintendo 64. Now this will also have local multiplayer of up to 4 players split screen. And you have a rewind feature that makes me think of the way Forza Horizon has. So this is a game I'm looking forward to trying out. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of a sucker for some of these arcade racer games. I really enjoyed Cruising Blast last year when it came out on the Switch, so I definitely am going to try this one out as well. Next, let's take a look at some of the games that were announced at the ID at Xbox event. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, there was a strong indication that there would be some Game Pass game announcements here. Now, I may not have the complete list here, but a few things I want to point out is Trek at Yomi and Chinatown Detective Agency are all coming day one to Game Pass when they release later this year. Now, out now is Tunic and Paradise Killer. And of these two games, Tunic looks the most interesting. It appears to be some type of Zelda type game, so I'll definitely be checking that one out. Now I think the biggest surprise announcement I saw was the announcement of WrestleQuest. Now this is a pixel graphic RPG game that uses wrestlers, and this is going to be coming out on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch sometime this summer. Now over at Video Games Chronicle they have a list of the wrestlers that have been confirmed. Licensed wrestlers in the game include Macho Man Randy Savage, Booker T, Andre the Giant, Jake the Snake Roberts, Diamond Dallas Page, Jeff Jarrett, and many more, according to the developers. Now we don't have a price for this game yet, and there's no mention if there's going to be a physical version or if it's going to be on Game Pass either. So I guess we'll have to wait to find out more about this game, but I'm definitely going to keep tabs on this one. And last, I just want to mention a large publisher sale for both Square Enix and Capcom that's currently going on the Switch. The Square Enix publisher sale is going on until the 28th, and as you can see here from the eShop, there's a whole lot of games that are really good. For example, you can see here Final Fantasy VII, this is the original version, is half off, along with several other Final Fantasy games that are on sale. You also have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered at 60% off. Collection of Mana is another good one to pick up. And then at the bottom of this list here, they've got the first 3 Dragon Quest games that are sort of a remaster of those. And those are all 35% off, but that's still like $3, $4, and $8. And then the Capcom publisher sale is going on until the 27th. And they have some Mega Man games in there, along with the Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, is a really good version of the original Street Fighter 2 game if you enjoyed that like back in the Super Nintendo days. We also have a few Resident Evil games in here that are 60% off, and some older Resident Evil games that are 25 to 35% off. But one I really want to point out is Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition is 34% off. Now, we just saw all the footage for the Sunbreak expansion yesterday, so if that's something you're interested in, this would be a good time to pick that up. And that's all we have for today. Did anything catch your attention? Do you think there's anything to that Silent Hill trademark update? And were you interested in any of the games that were announced at the ID at Xbox Stream? Make sure to drop me a comment about those topics or any of the others that we've talked about today. And before we end, I just want to say a heartfelt thanks to everybody who's watched these videos and subscribed. It really does help the channel progress. And always, I want to thank you for watching and be good.